podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. You can now get $400 off every window and $800 off every entry and patio door from now until the end of August. That's $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. Call 717-727-7558 or visit rbacentralpa.com/deals to get more information. Remember, deal ends August 31st. A proposal would establish Pittsburgh as a sanctuary city for gender-affirming care. Over in Lehigh County, residents are warned of an increasingly frequent scam. Pittsburgh may allow deer hunting in some of its parks this fall. Finally, a blue moon rises tonight. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in a PA. Pittsburgh would become a quote-unquote sanctuary city for gender-affirming care under a recent proposal, reports the Tribune Review. Introduced by Councilwoman Barb Warwick yesterday, this legislation would shield gender-affirming care providers as well as recipients and legal guardians from out-of-state investigations or prosecution, defining such services as, quote, the range of social, psychological, behavioral, and medical interventions designed to support and affirm an individual's gender identity when it conflicts with the gender they were assigned at birth. A second related bill would also deprioritize local enforcement of bans on gender-affirming care, bans which, as of this podcast, have been introduced in 20 states. The status of this bill remains pending. There's a scam that's becoming more and more frequent throughout Lehigh County, reports Lehigh Valley Live. It involves scammers impersonating deputies, detectives, or other officers from the sheriff's office who claim they're notifying victims about a fine, a missed court date, or jury duty. Scammers then ask the person for identifying information like their social security number, which, the real Lehigh County Sheriff Joseph N. Hanna stressed in a news release, the office would never do. So please, if you live in the area, be wary. Also, if you suspect someone tried to scam you in this manner, be sure to call the sheriff's office at 610-782-3175. Like much of the state, Pittsburgh is having issues with its deer population, states the Tribune Review, which is why officials are considering legislation that would allow for limited deer hunting in some of the city's parks this fall. People interested would need a license and a pass, of course, plus other qualifications. This limited program would be made available to no more than 30 individuals, and a designated hunting day would be set aside so the public can be notified and the chosen park closed. This legislation may be up for preliminary vote today, meaning a final vote would come as soon as next week. It's a celestial event that inspired a well-known phrase and a song or two, says PennLive. A rare blue moon, a supermoon actually, will rise tonight. And the reason blue moons are rare, or happen once in a blue moon, so to speak, is that only 1 in about 33 qualify as blue, essentially meaning they're bluish in color. You may want to make a note to catch this moon if you want to see it, as experts don't think the next one will come until 2037. That's all for today. For more news, go to PennLive.com. Also, please remember to leave this podcast a rating and to share it around with your family and your friends. Thank you much, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow for more of Today in a PA. This podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. You can now get $400 off every window and $800 off every entry and patio door from now until the end of August. That's $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. Call 717-727-7558 or visit rbacentralpa.com/deals to get more information. Remember, deal ends August 31st.